I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Hello collectors and welcome to the Discount Action Figure Dude. I am your host Christopher and we are continuing our endless attempt to do the figures that these Build-A-Figures belong to. I didn't realize it would take this long, but then I should have realized it would take this long since I'm fully aware I had not opened a lot of the figures that these Build-A-Figure waves belong to. But when we get them all done, we're going to actually build these Build-A-Figures. And as I've said before in the other videos, I don't know what figure I am going to get out of the grab bag of box that are attached to these Build-A-Figures. The thumbnail knows, but Christopher doesn't know. He has no clue until we reach into the box and we fish around in here and we grab. Today we have Love and Thunder, a Star-Lord. Well, this one shouldn't be too bad, mainly because I don't have a Chris Pratt, a Star-Lord, in my collection anywhere. So, yeah. Let's cut this bitch open. And here goes Andy Dwyer, Burt Macklin, out of the box. Does that is that Chris Pratt? I don't know. I guess it's Chris Pratt. We went ahead and put his blasters on him and his other accessory, which includes, what is that? The right arm of Korg, which we're going to go ahead and, oh man, all hell's done broken loose right here. Put in the bag of, Build-A-Figure parts and get that out of the way. We're about to take a closer look at Star-Lord. Alrighty, just take a closer look at Star-Lord up in here. That light's kind of bright. Let's turn this down a little bit. Chris Pratt? Anybody? Chris Pratt? No. I don't know who it looks like, but it's a nicely decorated action figure. I like his coat. It looks like it could be decorated. And again, you know, I don't have a Star-Lord, a Chris Pratt Star-Lord. I have a comic Star-Lord in a box somewhere, which we'll get to at some point. Apparently, it would seem that I got this from GameStop. And of course, it says a clearance price of $23.97. We know the actual price was $24.97. So clearly, you know, I like to think I'm not a fool. So I don't think I paid $23.97 for this. Hell if I know what I paid for it. And unlike most of the clearance figures we've been looking at, where I'm pretty sure I paid too much for them, whatever I paid for this, I'm sure it's adequate. It's okay, because again, I now have a Star-Lord. I don't have a Gamora, at least a legitimate Gamora. I have a Thanos Gamora figure, which we'll be looking at because this is one of the figures that I need to keep filling up this bag of Build-A-Figure parts. But he looks good. His outfit is nicely detailed and painted. It looks good, as most of the MCU figures are. Like I said, they seem to give way more love to the MCU figures than their comic book figures. His guns look good. And you could pose him doing all the... He probably should have came with a Zune. I mean, I do have a Zune that I could lend Star-Lord. So apparently in the middle of shooting this little video on Star-Lord, turns out my SD card somehow became corrupted. And whatever I said after whatever I just said, it didn't record. I got nothing but missing file info. So we're just going to go ahead and I didn't realize that until, you know, I actually sat down to edit the video. And by that time, of course, I'd moved on to doing other things, clearly doing other things. And I'm not about to, you know, circle back and set all that back up. We're just going to go ahead and finish it here. What kind of value do we assign Star-Lord here? Well, if I remember correctly, I might have mentioned that I don't have Guardians of the Galaxy Star-Lord. And plus, I believe he was relatively inexpensive. This is from the Thor Love and Thunder wave, right? Yeah, that was Build-A-Figure pieces. And so he was also relatively inexpensive. He probably cost me less than $10, more than likely, if I got him from Ollie's. But I don't think I got him from Ollie's because I've had him for a long time. I'm just getting around to opening him. So I didn't pay regular price for him, but I might have paid about $15 or $16. Can you hear that train back there? Oh my goodness. But with all that being said, we're going to go ahead and say that Star-Lord, Andy Dwyer, Peter Quill, is a decent value. He is a decent value.